Hi everyone! I have this simple Hanami web application here listing simple blog articles with cat images on top. Honestly, it's horrible, really. And my goal for this episode is to make it prettier with the least effort possible. To achieve this, I will make use of Bulma CSS framework, which is a great, simple to use CSS only framework, which means it works with any JS engine you would like to use in your app. No matter if you use your custom scripts, jQuery, React, Angular or Vue, Bulma will always work as you may expect, and this is the main reason I have chosen it for this showcase. Let's integrate Bulma with our projects first. Due to hanami-assets being fully configured in the new Hanami application, it's pretty easy to install npm package and use it in our web apps. In the Getting Started guide, you can see several ways to install it, and just for now, we will use the option to import the CSS directly from the CDN official URL. I just need to copy the source code and paste it in the main index.css file in the main slice. Having that, assuming you have the Webpack server running, you only need to refresh the browser to see the Bulma effects applied. It already makes my page a bit prettier by improving the look of fonts and margins. Bulma is also shipped as an npm package, so if you don't want to use CDN, thanks to Hanami View, you can easily install any npm package into your Hanami application using the standard package installation instructions. In the terminal, let me just install Bulma package, and then in the index.css file, I just replace the CDN download link with the package path, which in my case is Bulma CSS Bulma. When you will visit the browser, you should not notice any changes in the rendered content. Then, going back to the installation, I can see that in the code requirements section of the Bulma documentation, I also need to add viewport information into my application layout HTML file. Let me copy that very quickly. Then, as I'm already in the main application layout file, I will update it according to the very basic example from the guides. I added the section and container wrapper as mentioned in the installation instructions. This improved spacing between the edge of the screen a little bit by adding some paddings and margins to the top level container. However, this is still pretty bad. Let's update it by adding some nice grid. Bulma has great but simple columns mechanism implemented out of the box that we can use without writing a single CSS line. First, in the index template, I will add a title class to the main header just to make it better suit the rest of the content. Then I want articles to be shown in rows of 3 elements, and to achieve this, I will iterate through my array of articles using each slice method, passing the expected number of columns as an argument. Then at the beginning of each row, I will add a div with a class columns as a wrapper, and then for each column, I will add a div with a column class. This finally gives a nice change to the rendered result. All articles are grouped in columns and I did not write a single CSS line, everything being working out of the box. That's awesome. Now let me take a look at some other feature Bulma provides. In the docs, we can see a lot of predefined components ready to be used. To show you an example, I will just add some breadcrumbs on top of my articles list. I will need a navigation tag with breadcrumb class with a list of items to be displayed. First will point to the home page, and the other one I mark as active by adding a proper class to the list element. And now let's see the result. Oh, and of course, ref is not a class but an attribute on this link. Now let's switch to the browser. Works like a magic, amazing! Now let's update the single articles item. For this, I will use Bulma's cart component. And similar to breadcrumbs, I just need to apply this HTML structure into my template file. Let me zoom the window out for better overview. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I will just not need all of those elements, so I will get rid of some of them. I'm switching into the single article item partial file, and here I will put everything into the div with a class card, then extract the image into a separate card image class, and wrap it also with a figure for easier positioning. Then the rest I will put into the card component div, and let me take a quick look what effect it does to my listing. That's start looking really nice. Now let me tweak the content. First part will go into the media div, and I will also add some styling to the headings to control their sizes. Let me check the effects now. Great. Next, the publication date will be wrapped by a time tag for better semantics, and below the content I will style the read more link to be shown as a primary button with some top margin specified and shown on the right side of the card. Awesome. It seems to be ready now. We have a fully responsive functional articles listing without a single CSS line written and without a single line of JavaScript implemented on the page. Now, with similar tweaks, you can easily prettify the single articles page or anything you want in your application. I will open my article show template, but to speed things up, I will just paste the content I have prepared before into the content of the file. This is a nice start, but I will leave the rest up to you. Hanami Assets is an amazing gem that allows you to manage assets in any Ruby application, not only the Hanami framework. However, in Hanami 2, with zero configuration integration, it's just a pleasure to work with. You can use it with Bulma, Foundation, React, Vue, or any other asset framework as it's extremely flexible. But that's all for now. You can also watch 2 of my previous videos here. And again, I hope you have enjoyed this content, and I would like to thank Yuta and Siri for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it, as any support allows me to spend more time on creating these videos and articles for you. If you want to see more episodes in this fashion, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter and such. All links you can find in the description of the video and in the hanami-mastery.com. Thank you all, you are amazing, and see you in the next episode.